Okay, look at Solana. You can see right up here we ended up hitting our price target right up there. Okay, we had a target up in a box up in here. Came right up to the bottom of our box, about 170, 176, right around there. You can see the wick right up in there. All right, what does that more than likely mean? With the rejection there, I'm going to show you here in about a second. Give me a couple seconds, all right? I do want to show you something over here going on. Pretty important, right? Bitcoin dominance. This is on the 1 hour chart. It has run up here and gotten a rejection, okay? Why this yellow line, all right? Why that area? Well, I show you, we go on a weekly. Well, let's go on the monthly first, right? Let's down a little bit. On the monthly, we have a couple candle closes right over here first, okay, which is a very solid area. There's also a very solid area right there on a monthly. Let's put that in there, all right, because we got some major closes going on in this area. But anyway, we come back to a weekly and zoom in. All right, you can see here we got two closing candles on that weekly, right on the dominance here, right here, closing candle, 21st, and then the 28th. They both closed right in there. Beautiful closes, and not only that. All right, let's go on back on the daily. All right, if we pull something up here, the Fibonacci, and put it on here. Where we at? We're right around that 618, 702 range, right where you get rejections, right? On the 12 hour, you end up getting a wick up to that yellow line and a rejection, okay? Come down on an 8, you can see the rejection up that line right there. On a 4, look at the 4 hour, getting pushed back, right? Now, this wave didn't push quite as high as it's supposed to. All right, that's the one thing that has me a little concerned here. On the 1 hour, okay, on the 1 hour, you can see here what this looks like to me is a possible. It doesn't mean it's going to play out, right? And maybe a push up to that 702, and then finally. That's it. Could it be done here? Absolutely. It could. All right. Now the target for the 1618 is at 64.39, right up towards our 702. Okay. Is it going to do that? I don't know. I'm just showing you possibilities. What could happen? Okay. And this just looks like a pretty beautiful possible five wave setup here, right? We'll see what happens. If it ends up coming down here and taking this out, this high right down here, right there at 63.96, if it comes down and breaks through there, it's over. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is done. And this thing is coming down for good. All right, you'll have your ups and downs. That's the way it goes. But this here is a very, very important area. All right, that would be the top of wave 1. That would violate it, and it would also break this trend line. So Bitcoin dominance, we have to keep a really, really close eye on, guys. I'm using a new site, trading, and it's pretty awesome. All right, Margex over here. I have it open now. Once you sign up, you automatically get a $50 bonus put in your account. All you gotta do is put your email and password in, and then what's pretty cool is you get their promo codes. They even tell you on their site, look for promo codes on the internet. They're in Reddit forums. You can just do a Google search, like I did, Margex promo codes to pull these up. This one here, it gives you a 20% deposit bonus. Another code can activate a $100 airdrop. This one down here, MF15, Like if you deposit $1,000, you get $150 as a bonus in your account. All right, they got all kinds of them down through here. Mind 2025 for 20% off. Enter promo code. This one here, $100 airdrop says. There's all kinds of them, right? You can start. They're in Reddit forums. They're all over the place. Claim up to $200 in bonuses. This one here, 43% off Margix coupon, big discounts for May 2025. We claim up $200 in bonuses right in here. They're all over the place, right? Which is kind of cool. I like it. The fast charts, I love their charts, and we have a pile of people from Discord going over there and signing up. So please go check them out. There's a link in the description of the video. I like it. I like the trading on there a lot. I've been right, that and BitTunix. I use both of them, and Weeks. I use all three of them quite a bit. There's a link for all of them in my videos. But Margix right now, I really like it. And our level 3 membership, if you want to get in our Discord, there's a level 3 membership in the description of the video for YouTube. You just sign up for that, $15, get you into our Discord, and get you a bunch of videos to teach how to start charting, over 10 hours of them, right? We have over 170 people in Discord, and we would love to have you, all right? Especially with melt season coming up. This is the time we make our money, guys. You can see what a little bit of drop in Bitcoin dominance does, right? Here's the last hour. You're still getting some corrections going on, but not quite as deep, right? The last day, you can see here Forkcoin having a little bit of a run. Not a whole lot, but where's Solana out on here? Where is Sol? We're gonna pull it up. I'm not good at spotting these when I'm doing videos. Don't know why. Just not good at it, right? Market cap 86.7 billion. Almost went up $10 million right there. Went up $9 million as we were watching it. Wow. 24-hour volume 4.66 billion. Ranked number 6. Right now it's at 166.88, and it hit our target that we had over here on our chart. Came right up here to our target and got rejected. Right now, falling wedge. Like I said, we're expecting a run up. Okay, these falling wedges, like 8 out of 10 times, they break to the upside. I love falling wedges. You just find your little niche in the market, right? If it's just trading falling wedges, then only trade them. The chances are you're going to win probably at least 70% of your trades, because falling wedges, 7, 8 out of 10 times break to the upside, and they will either hit a 618, or they will go through there to a 702 or higher, right? I love these setups. Myro had a huge falling wedge it just broke out of. I mean, it's over a year long. But this came up right about to our 702, and that's when it got rejected here. Okay, now do we have an ABC coming in, or what's this thing doing? Well, that rejection at that 618 and taking out the low right over here, we set a new low. That makes me think possibly an ABC. Now, if we take a look over here, we've got all kinds of stuff going on. Let's go into daily here. Yeah, you had, get this off here. This higher target was if we broke through the area, if you remember, right? I said if we break through this area, then we're heading up here, all right? Well, we didn't get that, okay? Ended up getting stopped. Now you can see here, you have pretty clearly, right? 3, 4, 5. You got 5 waves out here. After that, you would expect a correction, okay? The daily RSI still coming down. It's at an 8 and a 14, so it's bearish right now. It's a 12 hour. 12 hours at a 16 and a 13, turning to the upside. All right, the 8 hour. Oh boy, starting to look a little weak, right? Starting to roll over a little bit. You could get that push down here. The 4 hour. 4 hour is turning up, right? Now what I personally think is probably going on is A, B, C. All right, where would that take it? Well, if we pulled it down here, and we're only looking at price action, right down to this wick right here, okay? If you get to level 3 membership, guys, they teach you all this stuff, how to use all this stuff. You get your $15 worth, all right, for sure. I make sure of that. Try to be a pretty honest and good person in the world. I try to be, right? We have a 618 hit right here. That would normally be the top of your B. What you do is you bring the very top of your Fibonacci down on top of your 618 spot here. That gives you your C wave target. And these are deadly accurate. I'm telling you, they are very, very good. I use that a lot for my targets. Where would that put Solana? Right at about 156, 156, 57, right down in that area, right? Put a little box down in here, not a big one like that. This one about like that, okay, as a target, which is not that far yet to come down, right? I mean, you could also possibly have a 5-wave setup in here too. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's look at the target for that wave, right? There, back up. Look at that. Lines up absolutely perfect. 156.70. Absolutely perfect. So, yeah, that's my guess that you're more than likely heading down to this range. We're going to put a price target down here. 156. Right around that area, right? 156, 157. Now, if it does not do this, if it doesn't, okay, which would have been this here. We're going to leave this on the video here so we know when we come back, you know, the more than likely this is going to be the outcome. More than likely, right? That's where I'm pushing towards. Now, if I'm wrong and this thing heads back up to the upside, all right, starts taking out some areas here, especially 177. You know, you start taking out 180 and stuff like that. Then this thing be heading up, you know, up to the 200 area, right up to that area there. So we'll keep an eye on Solana and Bitcoin dominance. You got Bitcoin dominance starting to do its final, final hurrah, I guess you could put it, for the run, you know. And once we get that big break, that's when the party's going to start, guys. That's when we're really going to make some money. And you see here, it could be doing a 5th wave up. Regardless, you know, that's how the market goes. You know, you have push up, you have pullback, you have push up, you have a pullback, push down, you have a pullback, push down, you have a pullback. You know, like steps. It's just how it goes in the market. Every single time, you know, you get the pullbacks. You know, that's in trades. That's how they you know, you get that big push up, and you have the correction down. You see your profits going down, 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 and then you get the next push up, right? But as that's coming down, you're getting sicker and sicker, thinking, oh my God, I had $200, now it's down to 100. Oh my God, it's down to 50. I'm out right here. And then all of a sudden it reverses and heads up. That's you know, especially when I was first started trading, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know how these waves worked or anything. I was like, I got to get out of this trade, you know. So which there was nothing wrong with that. When something would run, you know, I'd get out, you know, even before it was done or whatever, you know, because I knew at some time that thing was pulling back. So you got to be patient. You got to know the direction of the market, the trend. Follow the trend, right? The trend is your friend. That's what they say, and that's true. 1,000,000% true. All right. If you have an uptrend going, you know, then stick with it until you see problems, right? Like 5 waves, 5-wave setup or whatever. Then you're starting to look for corrective structures, right? Rejections, lower highs, lower lows, stuff like that. But yeah, I think Solana's probably coming down here So keep an eye on this thing, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. Please go check Marjax out and sign up for that level 3 membership. I would love to have you over there with us trading in Discord. Have a great day, everybody.